Hello and welcome. This is my review and opinions on Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate, played and reviewed on my favorite handheld, the PS Vita. Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate was initially released alongside the console game Batman Arkham Origins for PS Vita and 3DS. As of now, the game is also available for PS3, Xbox 360, PC, and Wii U, but with extra content that the handhelds don't have. Developed by Armature Studios, the guys behind the ports of Metal Gear Solid HD and Injustice for PS Vita. The game's story takes place 3 months after the events of Arkham Origins. You play as young Roger Craig Smith voiced Batman, tasked with investigating an explosion within Blackgate Prison. From there, the usual standard Batman plot of saving the day, i.e. the prison, from the main 3 leaders of their respective controlled areas, the Joker, the Penguin, and Black Mass. Story-wise, it was mildly entertaining but not really that memorable, aside from the way it was presented via these neat but kinda cheap-looking comic cutscenes. The only truly memorable part of the story was involving a certain group of characters being assembled. If you're up to date with DC stuff, you will probably see what I mean by this. Armature Studios excelled well with the atmosphere and art style closely resembling the console games. However, they did not capture the ability to roam in 3D. The game only allows you to explore in 4 directions. You can either move left or right, or up or down, but not move around in a 3D space. Exploration isn't hampered by this limitation though, as the level design for each of the 3 main explorable maps encourages you to discover and seek hidden goodies, especially given the fact that there are upgrades to Batman's tools, combat skills, items with backstories, and suits of alternate universe Batman with their respective bonus stats. While exploration and hidden goodies are well appreciated, there is the annoying forced aspect of Detective Mode's Analyzer. The Analyzer works by moving your finger around the screen to find hidden things not picked up by Detective Mode. I say annoying, as Batman stands completely still when analyzing said areas. This gets in the way when trying to navigate the sometimes confusing placement of hidden areas for things such as parts of suits or tool upgrades. Speaking of suits, only one of them is obtainable by playing through the game once. The rest of the suits can only be obtained by playing the game 2 more times and by battling different final bosses each playthrough. And out of all the bosses in the game, I only enjoyed 2 of the many. The rest were trial and error puzzle bosses, so if you want something the opposite of, let's say, a Souls game boss battle, this game is right up your alley. Unless you're a completionist, there isn't much reason to replay the game, as the first playthrough is plentiful enough. Especially given the fact that the only obtainable suit is the unlimited health Blackest Night suit. It was probably the only easily obtainable suit to pad the game length for time, which is around 10 hours, if you're into exploring. If you're the type who ignores the side course and heads straight for the main feast, then you can expect to finish within 6 to 7 hours for your first playthrough. Combat-wise, Armature may have gotten the look, feel, and animation to work decently in a one-axis limited way. They did not, however, nail down the enjoyment. Even more noticeably since the enemies go down really fast, and this was before I got upgrades. Oh, and those mob enemies that you fight, they don't ever spawn back except for one area, so enjoy what little combat there is. To make up for the lack of Arkham series' infamous brawling, there is a great amount of puzzle solving that involves Batman's tools and your wits, and your ability to understand the location of hidden goodies. I've had a handful of times where I ran back and forth for minutes until I found the exact puzzle spot. I was mostly confused from the map, as it is from a top-down perspective and not a 3D view of the prison. Because of this, it gets confusing as one accessible puzzle area could either be above or below the point of interest, which is these question marks on the maps. This is where the pseudo 3D gets in the way. But other than those few moments of confusion, exploration was still fun and manageable. Graphically, the game can at times look really great, but other times I'm quickly reminded of the decent-looking Silent Hill Book of Memories. Performance-wise, the game runs at a solid 3 FPS, and, thankfully, very quick loading. Overall, this game was more frustrating than fun. 60% fun from the great sense of exploration and bite-sized Batman adventure, and 40% frustration from the pseudo 3D's perspective confusing me when looking for hidden items, Analyzer stopping me in my tracks, forced game playthrough for all the other suits, and not much Batman brawling availability. If you're either a completionist or a huge Bat fan, then sure, go get it. If you're not, then wait for it to be at least $10, that'd be the recommended price from me if you got the spare cash to get it, and or if you're bored. It isn't something you'll be really missing out. Aside from the few serious teasing, there's nothing much to it. Thanks for watching and listening. Till my next review, this has been Unknown Bruneian.